Hey guys, I am Remy J and welcome back to the channel where we motivate, help, and inspire each other every week. Last week we talked about self-love and how it plays a vital role in our daily life, and today I would like to continue by talking about self-acceptance, which is closely related to self-love. So let's have a look of a definition of self-acceptance. According to Merriam-Webster's, self-acceptance is the act or state of accepting oneself. The act or state of understanding and recognizing one's own ability and limitation. In each moment, you're either practicing self-acceptance or you're judging yourself. And we're going to have a look at this later on with a few examples so you understand where I'm coming from and what I mean by that. Though self-love and self-acceptance go hand in hand, they are still different. You can love yourself, take care of yourself and your mental well-being, but that doesn't mean that you're completely accepting your full self. Accepting yourself goes way beyond that. It allows you to be authentic and your real inner self. It means that you accept your positive as well as your negative side because it is unconditional. Self-acceptance is unconditional, and that's one important thing to remember when it comes to the difference of self-love and self-acceptance. That means you accept your behavior, your attitude, your lifestyle, and everything else when the going is good, but also when the going may not be so good. As I've said in my 5 things to remember video, and if you haven't seen that, I'll leave the card on top either here or there. Make sure to go watch it because in there, like I said, nobody is perfect and never will be. So you have to love yourself for both the good and the ugly. When you get to that point where you fully accept yourself, then you can improve on yourself. And don't get me wrong here, I don't mean improving yourself in a fake way or trying to be like somebody else, but what I mean is that you allow yourself to evolve and become a better version of yourself. Because one thing we have to know in life is, though we accept ourselves for who we are and you know what we do and everything, all the good, the bad, the ugly, we still have to remember that there's always room for improvement, and that does not mean changing yourself. It means that you're evolving in life and just reaching a better version of yourself. So self-acceptance means being in total control of your life, which will lead to empowerment and confidence, which means that you act on your own authority and make your own decisions and have that power over your own life, and not based on what people are saying about you, what they want you to do, what they want you to be, but what you see yourself to be and who you truly are. And another thing that I wanted to mention here, just as self-love, self-acceptance teaches you not to compare yourself to people and allows you to realize the things you do have and accept and embrace them. Because being constantly highly critical of yourself or judging yourself can lead to depression, anxiety, stress, and other health issues that are completely unnecessary. So here we can say that self-acceptance is very much vital as well as self-love. And the more you accept yourself, the more happy you will be. And you have to believe that you are worthy of that, because you are. Even when you fail, when you fall short or make mistakes, you have to still love yourself and remember that you are valuable regardless of any of that. Once you understand this, you will love yourself even more. So earlier I mentioned that we have moments where we either judge ourselves or we accept ourselves, and here I just want to give you like a few examples on how to accept yourself on a daily basis. First thing we have to remember is that nothing is easy. So this is going to take practice and consistency. And I would like to start with the mind, because the mind is what controls our perception of ourselves. What you feed your mind is how you are going to live your life. Whatever you allow your mind to believe is what you are going to live out. So what we have to do at this point is get rid of our negative thoughts and replace them with something positive about ourselves. And those negative things, those negative voices you hear in yourself, they are basically called inner critic. And some may think it's weird, but having conversation with yourselves is very therapeutic and will help fight off those negative thoughts. This is something that I've practiced and it really helped me. So I'm just giving my advice to you. You can try it to see if it at least help you, and if it doesn't, then you can find another approach to dealing with your negative thoughts. But this is one approach that truly helped me out. There have been times in my life where my inner critic has gotten the best of me, and it took me a long time to stand up to it, and eventually I did. And every day I should get back to practicing how to do this when situation arises. And this part may be something that you can relate to. I want to give you an example of a dialogue that you can have with your inner critic. When I make a mistake, mistake, my inner critic starts to play with me and make me believe things like I am always making a mistake, or I'm a failure because I haven't reached the levels that my peers have reached and doing what they do and all this types of stuff. And at this point, this is where you and I have to say something like this: well, it may be right that I haven't achieved as much as my peers, but I have achieved a lot in my life. It was not easy, but I made it through, and I am still here today, and for that I am proud of myself, and I am proud of that. Plus, achievements have no age limit. I'm at my own pace, and I got what it takes to reach my goals. I didn't know their struggle and what it took them to get there, so maybe their time to shine is now, but that doesn't stop my shine from coming. And as far as mistakes, that's just a part of life and something we learn from if we want to grow. It's called being human. So this was just one example of a dialogue you can have with your mind. I know it's a little bit long, but this is how you have to approach those negative thoughts. Give your credit no matter how small it is. Whatever level, whatever you have achieved, no matter how small it is, you did that. Some people can't even do that. You did that. So make sure to give yourself credit. Accept yourself for who you are and where you're currently at in life. And confidently let your inner critic know that. It says one thing, you tell it 5. It says 3 things, you tell it 9. We are all on different levels in life, and we cannot compare our journey with someone else's journey. We all have different and unique stories. Some started earlier, some started later. Some are faster, some are slower. Some face different circumstances than others. So don't beat yourself down when you're not achieving what the other person is achieving, because we just don't know people's story. So letting go of the things you can't change, celebrating your accomplishments, thinking positively, embracing what makes you unique and special are some ways you can practice self-acceptance in your daily life. And by the end of the month, as we continue to talk about the self, I believe that you will have a better understanding of yourself and how to reach a better version of you every day. And here's just a little reminder, a quote that I've seen on a blog that I read by Amy Bloom. You are imperfect, permanently and inevitably flawed, and you are beautiful. I'm still on this journey because I am not perfect, and I would like to take as many people along as possible so we can grow together and motivate, help, and inspire each other every time when we have the opportunity to. With that being said, you guys, that was the end of the video. Remember that you are unique in your own way. You are authentic, and remember to accept yourself for who you are. Everything that comes with you, the good, the bad, the ugly, your flaws, those are the things, the attributes that make you you, and different from somebody else, different from the next person. So remember that. Remember to love yourself, take care of yourself, of your mental well-being, and we're gonna get through this together. So if this video was helpful to you, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications to join this journey and not miss another video. And as I always say, remember to MHI someone, motivate, help, and inspire someone. I love you guys, and see you next week.